It takes some doing to be voted the #1 most innovative growth company by Forbes 2 years in a row. And a little New Zealand business is that company. They're called Xero with an X, and they provide very clever accounting software that's giving a run to the big players around the world. I spoke to Gary Turner, who is in charge of bringing it into South Africa, about this clever software and the impact they think they can have with small businesses in the country.
So people come to accounting and accounting software with actually really low expectations, because we've been trained to expect not very much from technology when it comes to running a small business and running small business accounting. And so when we got going 10 years ago, we had the vision of how can we transform that? How can we make accounting something that people actually enjoy doing and gives them a sense of control and gives them a sense of knowing where the business is going? And so we've invested a lot of time and effort coming up with fresh ideas, fresh thinking to old challenges such as getting your bills out on time, getting paid, managing your cash. And the funny thing is that if you give a small business tools like that to help them run their business, not only are they in control, but they love being in control and love seeing what their business is going. And so yet lots of our customers tell us that they love using Xero, which is not something you usually associate with accounting.
So as I understand it, part of the reason you've made it so successful is that you've gotten rid of the accounting terms like debtors and creditors and, accounts receivable.
Yeah, so we don't use debtors and creditors and all those old accounting terms. It's money in and money out, and simple things that business owners and entrepreneurs can get their heads around. Not everybody trains to be an accountant, and a lot of small business and entrepreneurs actually have a mental block when it comes to that stuff, so they don't really understand it naturally, and they therefore put it back to the end of the week or the end of the month when they have more time, or they try and get help from somebody else to do it for them.
So there's an interesting statistic about how long it takes for people to pay you once they get an invoice, like 45 days, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, what we see is businesses that come onto Xero for the first time kind of bring with them their bad habits of bad invoicing and bad settlement terms in terms of the way that customers are paying them. And we've seen in all the markets that we're in that over 90% of invoices are paid late, paid overdue, even by a day or even longer. And a lot of the focus is on how do you get my customer to pay me more quickly? And we've got some really cool ideas about how we do that. Make it easy for your customer to pay you. They do actually want to pay you. It's not that they're trying to hold on to the money, it's just that there's some obstacles in the way. So we approach it from the point of view of how do we make it easier for your customers to pay? But one of the biggest things, and it's kind of a guilty secret of all small businesses, is it's not just customers that take a while to pay you, but you're really lousy usually at getting your invoices out because you're busy running your business, servicing your client. And so we've come up with ways of enabling you using your smartphone to generate an invoice there and then in a coffee shop. You've just finished a job, and compressing that whole time to bill to time to collect the cash as much as possible. And we've seen huge improvements in cash flow for small businesses that work that way. And so we've grown really quickly because we saw that there was a huge opportunity to serve millions of small businesses globally who are generally relying on things like spreadsheets or manual records. Indeed, in South Africa, 40% of all SMBs we surveyed were not running software to manage their affairs. So a 1 or 2% improvement in small business productivity could translate to a huge improvement in the overall economy in South Africa.
And you've had a very good accolade from Forbes, the magazine in America, that's called you for 2 years running the most innovative growth company in the world. That's a nice bit of compliment.
We're really proud about that, and that's really a testament to the different way we approach this. We could have built accounting software that kind of looked like a cloud or browser-based version of what had come before, but we started with a blank sheet of paper 10 years ago, and so we didn't have the baggage of how accounting software should be. And as a result of that, we've come up with some really pioneering ideas that our customers tell us they love, helping them run their business in a coffee shop, on the way to the office in the morning, on the bus or in a cab, and really working on the business as much as working in the business. One of the biggest problems that small businesses face is the drudgery and the complexity of managing your financial affairs mean that you're very often in the business day to day and not taking a step back and seeing how your business is performing. And so accolades like the Forbes Most Innovative Growth Company is something we feel very proud of, and we want to retain that as we go forward.
Thank you for joining us, folks. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Keep us in mind when you're thinking of your technology and you're using your technology. Do tweet us, and that's your cue
to say he is at Aki Anastasio. I am at ShapShack. The show is at TechBusters SA, #TechBusters. Thank you for joining us. You can also email us, techbusters@abn360. Please tell us how much more of Aki's voice you'd like to hear. Good night.
TechBusters proudly brought to you by Ericsson.